In this video, we are going to sketch quartic graphs. A quartic is where our x, the highest power of x, is 4. So it's x to the power of 4 graphs, and they can cross the x-axis up to 4 times. So we're going to have a shape that crosses up to 4 times. If it's positive, if the x to the power of 4 is positive, it will start in the top left and end in the top right. So it can cross 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it starts in the top left, ends in the top right. It's a bit like a quadratic shape, but with the extra waves in the middle. If it's a negative quartic, it's going to end and start at the bottom. So something like that. To draw it, we're going to see where it crosses the y-axis and where it crosses the x-axis. So it crosses y when x equals 0, and it crosses x when y equals 0. So when y equals 0, when y is 0, what does x have to be? It's whatever makes the brackets equal to 0. So there's going to be 4 different x values here. What makes the first bracket 0? That's when x is 1.5 or 3 over 2. What makes the second bracket 0? X is 1. For the third bracket, x is -1. And for the fourth bracket, x is -2. It crosses the y-axis when x equals 0. So when x is 0, y is going to be -3 times -1 times 1 times 2. A negative times a negative is positive. So it's going to be a positive answer. And 3 times 2 is 6. So now we can just sketch it. We know all the points where it crosses the axes. So it's crossing at 6 on the y-axis. And then it's at -1, -2, 1, and 1.5 on the x-axis. So it's a positive shape, x times x times x times x, or 2x times x times x times x is 2x to the power of 4. It's a positive 2x to the power of 4. So we have a shape something like that. Here's one for you to try. Pause the video and give it a go. So we need to find the points where it crosses the axes when y equals 0, either x is 0, so it goes through the origin, x is -1, x is -2, or x is -3. That's what makes all the brackets 0. And we know it's going through the origin, so when x equals 0, y will be 0 as well. So it's going through 0, 0, crossing at -1, -2, and -3. It's a positive shape again. X times x times x times x is positive x to the power of 4. So it's a positive quartic. So it comes down, goes up, goes down, and goes up again. Here's another one. This time we've got a repeated root. Apart from that, it's exactly the same. Where we've got a repeated root, where we've got one squared, it's going to touch the axes and then turn around. It's not going to go through it. And let's see where it crosses the axes. So crosses y when x is 0. So let's do when x equals 0. What is y? It will be 2 times 1 squared times 2. So that would be 4. When y equals 0, what makes a bracket 0? So x can be 2, -1, and -2. So we've only got 3 intersections, but the -1 is going to be the repeated root. And the shape of it, this time's negative. We've got negative x times x times x times x. It's going to be a negative x to the power of 4. So it's going to start at the bottom and end at the bottom. So let's sketch it. So we've got 4 on the y, -1, -2, and 2 on the x. And we know that the repeated root is the -1. So it's starting at the bottom. It's going through -2. It's going back to -1, but that's the repeated root. So it's not going to go through the axes. It's going to keep going. And then back down through 2. One for you to try. So pause the video, give it a go. So when y equals 0, x can be 1, -1, and -2. -2 is going to be the repeated root. That's a repeated root. And when x equals 0, y is -1 times 1 times 2 squared, which is -4. It's a positive shape. X times x times x times x is positive x to the power of 4. So we've got 1, -1, and -2. -2 is the repeated root, and it's -4 on the y-axis. It's a positive shape, so it's coming down from the top. -2 is a repeated root, so it's not going to go through, it's going to go up, back down, and up again. And another one. So this time we've got 2 repeated roots. So let's have, same again, crosses y when x is 0, crosses x when y is 0. So when y equals 0, what does x have to be? So x is 0, or x is -3. And it's going through 0, 0, so when x is 0, y is 0 as well. It's a positive shape, so it's going from the top to the top, starting in the top left, ending in the top right. So it goes through 0, 0, and -3. They're the only intersections. It's a positive shape, and they're both repeated roots. So it's going to go down. It's not going to go through at -3 and go down. It's not going to go through again at 0 and back up again. One for you to try. Give that one a go. So when y equals 0, what does x have to be? X can be 1 or -1. And when x equals 0, y is going to be -1 squared times 1 squared. So that's -1. It's going to be a negative shape because it's got a negative times the whole thing. So we're going to have an x squared, x squared times x squared times -1. that will be negative x to the power of 4. So that's all the information we need. So it's going through 1 and -1, and -1 on the y-axis as well. It's a negative shape, and they're both repeated roots. So it starts at the bottom, just touches at -1, down to -1, and again just touches at 1, and then it ends at the bottom as well, because it's a negative quartic shape. And another one, this time we've got a root that's cubed. So it's going to go flat for a minute, but then keep going in the same direction. So crosses y when x is 0. So when x equals 0, we have 1 times 2 cubed, which is 8. And when y equals 0, we can have x equals 1 for the first bracket, and x is -2 for the second bracket. It's going to be a negative shape, because we've got a negative x times x times x times x. It's going to be negative x to the power of 4. So it starts at the bottom left, ends at the bottom right. So we've got 1, got -2, and we cross y at 8. So we're starting at the bottom. The -2 is cubed, so the x plus 2 bracket is cubed. So a negative shape, starting at the bottom left, ending in the bottom right. So I'm going to go up to -2. It's going to go flat. Then it's going to keep going up and back down through 8, through 1, and then keeps going down. And one for you to try. So sketch the graph of y equals x cubed times x minus 3. So when y equals 0, we can have x is 0 or x is 3. So it's going through 0, 0. So when x is 0, y is 0 as well. It's a positive shape. So we're starting in the top left, ending in the top right. And we've got a repeated root at 0. And it's going to go flat and then keep going in the same direction. So we have coming down, going flat, keep going in the same direction, but then go back through 3. And another one, this time we've got the same root repeated 4 times. So x plus 2 to the power of 4. So when y equals 0, x is -2. There's only one root. When x is 0, y is 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. The positive shape. So the one root when x is -2, it's a positive shape. So it's starting at the top. It's coming down to -2. But then it's just going to have to keep going up again. And it's crossing the y-axis at 16. So a quartic with one root repeated 4 times is like a quadratic. It should be steeper. My diagram probably doesn't quite do that justice, but it should be steeper than a quadratic. one for you to try. So sketch the graph of y equals x minus 1 to the power of 4. So when x is 0, y would be negative 1 to the power of 4, which is 1. And when y equals 0, x is 1. So it's going through 1 and 1. The root is repeated 4 times. So it's just coming down, touching 1, and going back up again.